What's up, Zach and Led? Fried Punk, here we are, episode 2. What's up?
Not much. Just excited to get into things.
Alright.
Want to talk about some movies?
Movies, music, gear, all that great stuff on Fried Punk. So what do we got going on today?
Well, today we have the New Gear of the Week, Hidden Gems of Cinema, Album of the Week, favorite songs from Does This Look Infected?
By Sum41, a great album.
Sum41. Yeah. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Paper Mario.
Ooh, my favorite N64 game. Alright, so Gear of the Week, actually it's kind of funny. Give me 1 second.
He's really prepared. He's ultra
No,
prepared for this.
this was intentional. This was intentional. You know why this is intentional? Because I actually bought this today as of February 1st. This may look very, very boring, but this is just cable. Now, this is not just cable. This is a Gold Point cable by Boss. Why Gold Point? Because Gold Point usually does have a low frequency of noise when you're tracking an album and stuff like that. I plug an amp, I signals to the, what do you call it, the interface, and it does not have a sound. So this is the Boss guitar cable that I bought today at Guitar Center. I know it sounds very boring, it looks very boring, but this is my gear of the week. I paid like $60 for this freaking wire.
Wow.
So yeah, we actually tracked 2 new songs today with this cable, so it definitely came in handy, and it sounds great. Definitely worth the money. You know, get good cables so you won't have to keep buying cables over and over again. That's basically what it boils down to. So
That's true. That's the philosophy.
Yeah.
Buy something more expensive. It will generally last you longer than if you buy something cheaper. So you'll end up saving money.
Exactly.
You buy cheaper things, you end up going through them. But again, depends on the quality of the item.
right. So basically that's my gear of the week. So Boss guitar cable. It's about 20 feet long, and this is it. Yeah.
All right. Now moving on to my favorite part of the week is Hidden Gems of Cinema, one of my top 10 movies. Hot Fuzz. And here's the 4K.
Ooh.
Here's the Steelbook. I usually get the Steelbooks of my top 10 movies. So more than that, that's way too much money. But anyways, Hot Fuzz.
I gotta say, it's a pretty amazing. You got not 1 but 2 copies of each DVD.
I get redundancies because I'll buy things on Blu-ray and then I'll upgrade to 4K and then I have them both, you know. So, but I always think it's good to have redundancies. But anyways, Hot Fuzz. Did you want to look at this one?
Yeah.
It's cool. They have it like as a little comic book.
Yeah,
thing.
right. It looks pretty sick, actually.
But Hot Fuzz is a 2007 British buddy cop movie made by Edgar Wright as part of the, starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost as the 2 main characters. And this is part of the Edgar Wright Cornetto trilogy, which is the first Shaun of the Dead, then Hot Fuzz, and then The World's End. And out of those 3, Hot Fuzz is my favorite. A lot of people like Shaun of the Dead better. It's pretty good, but I absolutely love this one. Again, all 3 movies, the main characters are Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, but they're playing, well, the main actors, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, but they're playing different characters throughout the different films. Anyways, in this one, Simon Pegg plays an elite cop who works in London, who then gets transferred to this incredibly quiet and remote village in the middle of somewhere up in the country where, like, you know, nothing crazy happens. But then you know, as he goes about his day and as everything seems very mundane, some people start having like accidents in like really horrific ways. And Simon Pegg's character, Nicholas Angel, seems to think something, maybe some foul play may be going on. So it's a bit of a thriller, and then there's a abundance of British humor in there. And again, Nick Frost plays his buddy cop, who's quite dumb but very lovable, and it's just and then towards the end of the movie, it just becomes like crazy action, but it's also like a little bit British, so it's like a high-speed car chase, but they're probably going like near the speed limit.
You know what I like about that movie? I like the it's more a beginning of the movie, like the guy who can't like pronounce it goes.
Oh yeah, there's one.
It sounds like he's like drunk or something. Like
yeah, they have those.
And like he's trying to translate what the heck he's saying.
Yeah, there's
that was a pretty funny scene.
Yeah, there's some people in England that you can't understand what they're saying, and they are speaking English.
Listen, we love our Brits,
No, it was like, even the British person didn't understand what he was saying. You had to get an interpreter.
Right.
But they have that sometimes. With some Scottish accents too. You can't like even other English people have no idea what they're saying.
Right. Yeah, that was a good. I like that scene of the movie.
Yeah,
that's like the kicker, the beginning. But it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely recommend viewing Hot Fuzz.
I didn't realize it came out in 2007. I thought it was like 2012, 2013 type of film. I didn't realize how old it was.
Yeah,
it was 20 years old. Which is crazy.
I think I saw that. I first saw it. I think I'm pretty sure I was way too young to appreciate it. But then I saw it again as I got older, and jokes were like hitting much better.
That's great.
All right,
yeah,
let's talk about some music.
Music, album, band / of the week. Does This Look Infected? My favorite Sum41 album of all time.
And honestly, this is my favorite Sum41 album too.
Yeah.
I didn't at first I thought it was because I didn't listen to this originally. First I just listened to what was that other album?
All Killer No Filler?
Yeah, All Killer No Filler. I liked some of the songs there, but then Zach introduced me to Does This Look Infected? And this was just a banger album.
12 tracks, 30 minutes, no filler at all, no pun intended. And it's just heavy. It's just heavy, melodic, and just a great, fun album. But yeah, I would like to go over our top 3 favorite songs from that album. I want you to go first.
All right, I'll go first. I'm going to start with number 3, All Messed Up. I think that's a very good, it's more of like a lighter pop song than some of the other songs in the album. And personally, I think it's a great song to skateboard to, even though I don't skateboard myself. But it's what I imagine would be going through my head if I was doing some like tricks on the skateboard. Number 2 is ANIC.
You know what that stands for, right?
No, actually, I wasn't sure what it stands for.
Anna Nicole Smith is a blank.
Oh.
Actually, yeah.
Sounds like a whole backstory there.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's what it stands for. Anna Nicole is blank.
Well, what's the story from that?
I guess from her reality show at the time, whatever it was, 2001, 2002, but that's what it stands for, the title. Yeah, that's what it stands for. The C is, you could, fill in the blank, basically. But that's what it stands for.
Right. But I like it. It's like a short, complete, total rager, and it's just how I imagine beating the shit out of someone with a bat would be like, and it just always sounds like a good time to me. And then number 1 is Hooch. It is my favorite. It's killer opening, and then towards the end it sort of like mellows out. Yeah. But that's definitely my favorite of the entire album.
Such a great song. Love that song. So my top three, actually number three is actually Hooch. The beginning, that's track number 12. It's called do 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 do. It's just like you want to just like, you know, just rock out to that song. It's just like a banger of a song. It's the last song on the album, and then ends off in that just clean, just soft. You look out the window. You're on the school bus, 6th grade. It's springtime type of vibe. Every time I think of that song. Number two for me is Thanks for Nothing. Great melodies. I think I don't know if anyone read Derek's biography. That song, I believe, originally was supposed to be one of the singles for the album before my next choice. And it wasn't for whatever reason, but for me, that's a great song. It's such a hooky song from top to bottom. I love that song. And my number one, which is going to be probably Still Waiting. You go from punk to thrash metal in the verses, and hooky choruses, breakdowns. And if you've seen the music video, it's so cool. They poke fun at the Strokes. I mean, and they got permission to do that from the Strokes, which is cool. And it's just a fun song from front to back. Perfect punk rock song, even a thrash metal song, because those verses are just so, it works for that song, And I love Still Waiting. It's a great song. And that's my top three, I would say.
I actually noted, I think Still Waiting and Over My Head, I think they're excellent anime opening songs.
Yeah, I agree. You could put that from Welcome to the NHK, you could put that to One Piece, you could put the Dragon Ball Z, they would all work, those songs. Even our list of our top three, I think any of those songs would work for an anime.
I want to see ANIC opening to anime.
Yeah, it would work. It would work. It would work straight up. Straight up, that would work. But yeah, it came out in November of 2002. This album, Sum41 came out with a lot of great records. I believe I don't know how many records they came out with. From 2000 to 2024 was their last album, Heaven and Hell, to their first album, which is Half Hour Power, which is considered an EP, but I gotta be honest, I consider it an album because it's got 11 tracks. It's they never put out a bad album, Sum41, which is really cool. And Derek is just an incredible songwriter. I mean, so many hit songs from the band. Like I said, Still Waiting, Hell Song, Found Lib, In Too Deep, it goes on. With Me, etc. But for me, Dust Like Infected and Lead is our favorite, I would say. But we'll go on to other albums from them maybe in the future.
Oh yeah, and if you haven't listened to Sum41, or if you have and you haven't listened to Does This Look Infected, or you haven't listened to it in a while, definitely worth revisiting, checking out for sure.
Yeah, I agree. What do we got next?
All right, now the retro nostalgia corner. We're going to be talking about Paper Mario.
Paper Mario. Oh my god.
I loved this game as a kid.
Do you remember the commercial for it or no?
No, I don't think so. I originally as a kid, I thought this was really stupid. Like, what is this, Paper Mario? That's stupid. I was just used to the N64, and I'm like, why are they doing like some weird two-dimensional thing? But I was like little kid and very retarded, so my opinion was understandable.
I remember the commercials for this game actually before it came out, and I was like, man, I gotta get that game because it was like, I remember there were sheep in the advertisement of the commercial, but I don't remember anything more than that. But I remember there were sheep running across some type of farm, and they advertised Paper Mario. It's one of the few last games ever put out by N64, I believe. One of the, at least 3 or number second, I don't remember, but it was one of the last games they put out for N64.
Yeah, I think it was 2001.
2001, yeah. So, I mean, for me, the story, the music, I think such a, again, a perfect game. I know we said that in the last episode, Super Mario 64, but again...
There can be multiple perfect games.
But this, right, you're right, but this is such a great game. The story, the characters, the art design.
The music.
Everything about it is so great. I love it. It's so nostalgic. Anytime I play it, it just brings me back to I'm in the 4th grade with hanging out with my buddies. We're just playing Paper Mario, trying to figure out how to get which character, how to get to the next board. You know, it's kind of like that. You know, and again, thinner Mario, bigger adventure. It's so true. You know, yeah. What's your take on it? I mean.
My take on it is, I slept on it when it first came out, and my cousin had it. I watched him play it. I was like, oh, you know, actually, this is really cool. I gotta get it for myself. Played through it. I loved it. It was, I mean, I was trying to play it again. I didn't get too far, but, you know, I just always found I mean, they're the first stage boss, but the Koopa brothers, I just always found them very entertaining. Just sort of like a quasi parody of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Just the music that they had, their like theme song.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really cute.
Yeah.
But there were also like I remember the part with the booze.
When they get to the mansion.
I think that actually like creeped me out because there was this whole monster that was just like eating them.
Yeah, Tubba
Like,
Bubba. The Tubba Bubba.
Yeah. I think that freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, jeez. Yeah.
I actually like the lava level. I think that's the level 5 of the series. When they get to that island and they have to battle the lava piranha guy. That's like my favorite boss, my favorite arc of that.
I remember going to like some jungle island.
Yeah, so I think it's that one.
But I'm not recalling a lava, but I haven't gotten like again. The last time I played it, besides like 2 months ago, was like 20 years ago or however long ago. So my memory is a bit rusty.
Yeah.
Up to the Koopa brothers. But yeah, I got to get through the playlist. I got to get through. I got to get through this game.
Yeah, it's such a great game. I've beaten it so many times. But yeah, it's that game for whatever reason. Obviously, I'm Jewish. He's Jewish. Every time I play it, it's always around Passover time, Pesach. I've always played this game. I'm not sure why that is, but I always think of Passover with this game. It's a weird thing, but it's always that game I've always played around that time period, late March, April time. I'm not sure why that is, but I always think of that Jewish holiday with Paper Mario for some reason.
You know, I mean, some games do feel seasonal. I can tell you, Skyrim, I always feel like it's during the winter. You know, even like movies too, like Harry Potter, like that. It's just like I mean, such a big emphasis on like winter time. I kind of like sort of feel that in the movie or the game. Like Sunset Overdrive, that's just summer. Feels like summer. So I mean, that does make sense. I've not had that experience with this game personally, but you know, it's not as weird as it sounds.
Yeah.
For sure. And yeah, if you haven't played Paper Mario, definitely check it out. Preferably on the N64 as intended. I think it looks better on a CRTV, but I don't have one, unfortunately. You don't have a CRTV, right? You just have a regular TV.
Yeah, I think it's just regular TV.
Supposedly they look better on a CRTV, but those things are like bulky as hell.
Yeah.
So, up to you.
Yeah. Where do we go next?
That's it. That's all for today.
Well, okay. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next on Fried Punk. punk. And that's it.